Hey, Whiskey Fancies, I'm Chris.
And I'm Kara.
Kara, what do we have for Scotchtober today?
We have two offerings by the Hart brothers.
I don't know any of the Hart brothers. Is there two? Is there three?
I think they were wrestlers in the 80s, right?
I don't know anything about wrestling.
They were wrestlers in the 80s.
I just know the guy with like the bright yellow chonies and then the handlebar stash.
Hulk Hogan?
That's my wrestling.
Oh no.
And Andre the Giant.
Oh no.
That's
Okay,
my wrestling.
so the Hart brothers, this is an independent bottler, and what they do is, for these ones, this is blended malt scotch, and they are matured in two different casks. No, this actually says finished.
Mm-hmm.
Does that say finished as well? Sherry finish? Or finish? Okay, so then they're probably aged and then finished for X amount of time in another additional cask. That is probably the color.
These are both 17 years old.
And they're fairly non-adulterated with wine. A little darker, but that makes more sense than my previous
they are both
statement.
first fill, so maybe that might age it a little faster.
I don't know. They're
50% ABV. I like that.
So, do you know what a blended malt means?
You told me this in another Scotchtober.
Yeah, you remember now? Nope. Okay. So
different distilleries.
There you go.
Got it.
Malt from two different distilleries that they blend.
I passed my test.
Blended malt.
Passed my test.
As opposed to single malt.
Cool.
So we have a sherry and a port offering. So I wanted to see if we're starting from a blended malt. That's our baseline. I wish we had a unfinished one, but we're gonna ignore that. Let's see if we can pick out similarities in both. Mm-hmm. So that would be hopefully the malt, and then differences that is instilled by the finish, the sherry, or the port. So I just want to see how these finish.
They're actually the same kind of color.
Very close.
Dark golden hue, but that's about it.
Yep. Almost a little orangey apricot-y color.
Yeah.
So
I got confused though when I took this out of the little suitcase tube that it comes with.
Yep.
Sherry is orange, and port is a purple.
So you expected
sherry to be like maybe reddish,
raspberry colored,
or inverted, because I was like, what's this? What's orange? I got confused.
I get it. That's a very unique nose for Scotch.
Oh yeah.
Perfumey, and there's like this little tingly sensation.
Since we have no idea which distilleries and what regions, they might have a little peep in.
I would be shocked if they did.
Because that would be kind of cool.
My guess is it's probably just a Highland malt. Oh. But we'll see.
Light.
But
for a 50 and a 17.
Do you get like this sweet tarts? Like, you know the ones that are in the tube? They do that weird sweet, but no, here's some sour. Here's just a spike of sour just every once in a while. What were those called? So they come in that plastic tube and they were super inexpensive.
I can't think of it. I know you're talking about
Smarties.
There you go.
They taste like they get this weird sensation like Smarties.
Right.
Not the chalky part, the tingly part.
What?
The tingly part?
Oh, I was thinking Smarties of the British candy.
Different.
I was like, wait, what? There's no that weird chocolate that they have in Smarties.
Different. The Smarties that are the sweet tart here.
Got it.
But they're really tiny. They're the size of tablets, like little aspirins or something.
You know what I was thinking when you said sweet tarts? You know those big round ones that were kind of like chewy, and the green one was apple. That was my favorite.
Not those.
But I don't know why. As soon as you had like half of it, you're like, all right, I'm done. What do I do with the rest of the half? Because they were just so strong, intense. I was like, I'm gonna get diabetes from one.
This is really sweet.
It is very sweet. I can't pick out that this is related
to anything.
No.
I know, it's different. It is blended though, so
that is true.
They could be borrowing something a little here, a little there.
Well, just like Johnny Walker blends. I actually find this a little bit.
Oh, it's better.
It's a lot better than Johnny Walker.
But it is also 50%. Did you say 50%?
It is 50%.
It's 50%. So you get that nice little silkiness.
But it doesn't drink like it, and I think because of the sweetness.
Yeah. I like the silkiness though.
For something that's supposedly 17 years old, there's no wood influence I'm not getting at all.
I did 17 years in Scotland though.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little bit of malty, dry on the back, a little bit of something you could say it's a barrel, maybe.
I get a little bit of nuttiness to it.
Oh, smell
That some sherries you get. A little bit nutty.
Okay, that's weird.
I don't know how to describe it.
Okay. I can't wait for you to try that smell port.
I enjoy it, but I don't know how to describe
It
it.
smells like I'm outside. Smell. It's fresh.
I'm indoors.
It's so strange. You're indoors?
Yeah.
It smells outdoors. Maybe it's herbal. Herbalness or something. There's a little something on the nose. Maybe it's herbs or foliage or something.
I'm having a hard time trying to figure out what this is. Like, just in general. This is like a Frankenstein bottle. I enjoy it though.
You say it's Frankenstein, but I think it's actually well blended. It's
no.
very well put together.
I'm not saying that as in like ugly. I meant like it's a Frankenstein because I feel like it's all over the place because when I drink it, I'm not saying, oh, that's a sherry or, oh, that's X, Y, or Z. I just feel like it's nothing that I can place it with that it would be like.
Right, to me that
I would think.
To me that means it's blended very well, balanced. It's nothing's offensive, nothing's jutting out. They're playing nice together. I like it. I think it's actually a well put together blend. It's not bad.
And it was.
We've had blended whiskeys in the past. Yeah, and our favorite I would say is probably Naked Grouse.
For the price.
That one I think is a little. Well, that one's not finished.
It was like 20 something bucks.
That's not finished. It's very bright and like lemon zesty.
It has a little bit of smokiness to it. As well.
Really?
I got a little smoke on that one. That one I enjoy for what it is. It's not the end all be all. But for 20 something dollars, it's good.
When you want a little scotch, it'll do ya.
Yeah, and you want to blow through your bottles that are really expensive because scotch can get pricey.
You're still on the sherry?
I am. You know why? Because I can't pick out what I'm trying to describe, and I keep drinking this.
It's fruity on the nose.
And in my mind, I'm like, shit, this is 50%. It don't drink like 50%.
I get red fruit on the nose.
This is almost like Scotch candy.
It is. I get red fruits on the nose. It's good, but it's like it's like sugary candies on the maybe Hart candies.
As I keep drinking it, I'm almost getting with the nuttiness that I had, almost like a and maybe it's I don't know. How do I describe it? It's not a char. It's like a toasted marshmallow. No, not marshmallow. A toasted, like when you eat s'mores, and it's malt, like with the graham crackers, where you get the maltiness sometimes.
It's toasty graham.
Toasty graham.
Okay.
Like marshmallows came out. I don't know freaking why. There's no sweetness like a marshmallow, but what happened?
It smells like buttered bread. Go back.
Mm-hmm.
But like Irish butter, like delicious
with
salty,
like herbs.
We have rye bread or
something
doughy bread. I'm intrigued.
I'm intrigued, but I miss my sherry.
Okay, I'm gonna go onto the port. You can talk to your glass.
Okay. Oh. Where did that go?
Dark. Ooh, like
hold on.
Oh, whoa, like plum.
Mm-hmm.
Like dried plums, like super plummy. Same texture.
There's a note on the front.
Yeah.
Where, before it starts to get like the rich fruit and goes into its, I feel like it's a roller coaster going on here. It's almost like it's like a rosemary.
Oh, I'll come back.
Herb.
Okay.
Like there's something that stands out. You know, like when you have like Italian bread or like Italian seasoning bread and the rosemary, when you bite into it, it's always the most prominent.
Yeah. You drank all of your Hart Brothers, didn't you?
Oh, I did, but look, there's still more.
We're gonna pour that again because I want to put some water in these. They're both at 50.
Oh, you can put water in yours. I'm not putting water in mine.
Okay. This tastes a little hotter.
It does, but I think that might be from the port cask, because some of the port casks that we have in a single malt tend to be a little bit sharper. When we've had it a port in a bourbon, it's not as prominent as sharp, and I think maybe the corn with sweetness rounds it out a little bit.
They're siblings.
They are siblings.
I would be shocked if they're not blending like a similar blend and then finishing part of it and sharing and then see it. I think the base,
agree with you.
It tastes like the base is the same.
Yeah.
Which is great because that's what I want to do. Is I want to see the difference in the finishing cask and how does it finish differently.
The port has more of a savoriness to me.
Yeah. That thick buttery. I'm gonna go back. It's darker fruit, but I want to see if I can find that rosemary note that you're talking about, or the herbaceous note.
It's on the front where it starts to. It's almost a spikiness. For some reason, I'm getting rosemary. I don't know why.
I don't either.
Right? It's the oddest thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's so it's very quick. It's like right in the front.
I don't get that.
That's the weirdest thing to me. But I kind of like the sherry better because this is like crack. This is Scotch crack. Scotch candy crack. I'm happy with these. For being a 17-year-old blended single malt. It's not a single malt. I just learned this 5 minutes ago again, and I still got it wrong. There's hope for me one day. I like it. They're less than $60 a bottle.
Yeah, we got them very economically. That's why we picked them up. Because for the price point, we're like, well, let's see what they're doing.
Yeah, you can get some Johnny Walkers for a lot more.
We've had
different spectrums of the Johnny Walker, and there hasn't been one that I liked.
It's just not my jam. And I know that their base
for the price.
Is their base Koala?
They do that, but I forgot.
Is it Fine Leash?
There's a couple of them. I'm not sure like what the percentages are because I'm not.
I think I'm gonna go and get some, or do some trades of some. See if I get a Koala sample and see if I like it because I don't like Johnny Walker. It's just it's just boring. But the malt that's there is just not so exciting. So that's why when we found another blended malt, we're like, we'll try that.
Let's try
because why not?
Yeah. My bourbon husband, Jack, he likes the green. I haven't tried the green, but I've tried things above the price range of green and samples and at people's houses, but I didn't care for any of the Johnny Walkers that I've tried. I do want to get, I think they have the green in the little sample. Next time we see it. No? And what is it that I'm thinking?
It's blue.
Green, blue, tomato,
completely different price range. That blue is expensive.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put a little bit more of water in my port because I had more whiskey.
I'm gonna taste your watered down port. I'm gonna keep mine unadulterated.
Okay. So, I don't
this
know
is
if
molestation free.
I don't know if folks, if you listen or watch. Oops, I'm gonna get in trouble. Hold on, do it this way. If you ever watch Ralphie do reviews, he's amazing. He's so much fun. Yeah, because you're too aggressive with the malt and you just So what he does is he puts about 200 milliliters. I think I put about 100. He puts 20 milliliters. I put about 15 or so, and he says you rest it. Even when you're first drinking it, you should rest your whiskey a little bit. I think they say 1 minute for every year in the cask.
17 minutes after you pour it.
Could you imagine?
That's like a fat kid staring at his birthday cake.
Yeah, very much so. Wait for that happy birthday song to end.
I will never get my cake. I'm too old. I will die before I get my cake. That's why
I would probably jump face first into the cake at that point. But
so
I'm not gonna wait that long. But I'm excited about this because I don't often add water to whiskey. But these are both 50%, so they can handle it.
It's fun to water it down to see where it goes and how it changes. But most of the time, I like it where it's at, and I'm like, no, don't do it. I like it where it's at.
Yeah, I'm gonna save the sherry for last because that's different. I remember this one time we had a bottle of whiskey that was like cask strength, and was it not in the 60%?
Okay. That you watered it down, it was still disgusting?
Well, it was
That
much
one?
better. And I
Disgusting?
probably watered it down to 40 or 45, and it started at 60. Like, I just kept adding water. Maybe not quite to 40, maybe 45%. And it did a world of good because it was all ethanol. Because it was, I have a suspicion, unfortunately, that was a kind of a younger whiskey, and it was just not bottled at the right
It
proof.
shouldn't have been in a single barrel program.
I don't think so. But
And I'm really upset because it's taking up space on our shelf that needs space for other bottles.
may I smell yours?
And why aren't we drape warning it? Can you smell it?
Yeah,
Just remember which one's mine.
Yeah, you get some hotness, but
I know I'm hot.
you can smell more of the fruit.
More subtly though.
Mm-mm. Whoa, so much sweeter.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm. Brings out a lot of the sugar on the front.
Unmolested. Go for it.
There's a bite of alcohol on the end of that. If you don't enjoy the bite of alcohol, like 15 milliliters of water.
I actually like that.
It's good, isn't it?
It is.
It's a little too sharp.
It
It's a
takes the
little
rosemary out.
I don't get rosemary.
It takes
So
the
whatever that
rosemary.
note is, she's not agreeing with. A little bit of water, 50%. She's good. She can
good.
hold up to it, and it's good.
It's good. It still has the nice oiliness and the mouthfeel. It's still good. It doesn't feel like it's
I
watered
didn't
down.
put too much water in it.
It's got the flavors, but it took out the rosemary and a little bit of that bite that I think the port influenced.
I like
on
it better. That was fun. That's fun. Okay, let's see what happened to the sherry. May I smell your last?
Okay, there's a little bit. Sorry. I
No,
really
it's
liked
okay.
it.
I should have poured more for you.
Oh, this smells delicious.
Ooh, this is zested up.
Zested up. I kind of want it to taste better than what I already like it because then I'll get more whiskey. I'll get more scotch.
Helpful hint: if you have high proof whiskey, the more water you add, the more whiskey you get.
Can I try it?
Yeah,
We'll
smell it first. Don't drink it. Smell it. Does it smell like a little lemony zest, or there's a little bright?
does.
There's a bright
Brightness.
zest in there.
It's brightness.
Very exciting. It's not there.
No, but it's really sweet. Like just
Like condensed
caramelized
candy.
sugar and
Yeah, condensed candy. That's like a hard candy.
this almost smells like a bourbon now that has opened up for this long time.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Ooh, whoa. Try that. There's
Oh.
a different mid palate.
Oh, okay.
It's more complex. What the heck? The mid palate just went whoosh. That is lovely.
Okay, that
You still get the candies in the front.
it's still sweet like it, but and I get a little bit of nuttiness. But that one where I'm thinking of like graham cracker toasted is gone.
But what's the mid palate? That's fascinating.
I don't know.
I like it. So I wasn't getting as much toasted graham as Chris was. So that's probably why I prefer. I mean, I'm excited about the lower one proof.
Okay, I can see it being good either way.
They're both good. This one actually holds up really well.
See, this is what I like about how
So fun.
if it's at a higher proof where you can proof it down and it's still good, that's awesome. Now, when you get something that starts out at 40%, you can't make it better if you already don't like
You're
it.
kind of limited. The only reason you would add water to like a lower proof whiskey, 40%, is if it's kind of young and still alcohol bitey. If you push down that alcohol a little bit, what that allows, it releases those esters in the whiskey and allows you to pick out different flavors. Even if it is 40%, there's stuff in there that you can't taste if it's too alcohol bitey. That will always prevent you
But
from
see,
tasting
this, where it's at a 50%, I like it already as is,
it. Yeah.
but putting a few milliliters of water,
I love the port.
it still holds up and it brings out other nuanced flavors that are different.
Something that's hot, like
It's more soft rounded as opposed to not sharp edges, but
it runs it out a little bit.
yeah, it rounds it out a little bit. But I still enjoy the sherry without it being muted.
The cherry and castrate is quite lovely.
It is.
The port and castrate,
Port,
it's
I would
a little
water,
bitey.
put a couple of drops.
It's a little
yes.
bitey. I'll give it a little water and let it hang out for a bit. And
Yeah.
it makes it. It's not as candied.
Yes.
It's more. Is that correct? Is it more candied or more plum? I'm gonna go back. Hold on.
Plum. But it has candy too.
Mm. You still get the plum. It's not as intense plum candy as it was before. It's a little more like darker fruit, but it's not as concentrated. It's in my opinion, in my preference, it's a little bit more fun ride when it's a little proof down the port. The sherry, I love the nose on the sherry when it's watered down. I love that little kick of lemon zest. That's nice. Well,
just smell the glass. The Glen is just...
It's not bad. Like, it's not bad. So this is fun. This is the first time we've had anything from this bottler, Hart Brothers. They've picked some solid casks to age their whiskey in, and they've also picked some interesting malts. I like them.
Now, we have no idea what region, what... Any information. There's nothing at all. Just age 17 years. That's it. I like what they did, and if they took what some people would perceive as lower quality whiskey, well, props to them, because what they came out with was pretty good. I think they know what they're doing when they're blending.
So, how do these casks finish? Does sherry finish in first place for you, or does...
For me, only because I tend to lean towards sherry casks for a Scotch. It's where I was able to get introduced into Scotch.
I think sherry finishes first for me as well as a finishing cask, because it gives you lovely fruits, but it also isn't too heavy, and the malt still is very present in both of them. But I think for me, I think the sherry finishes first.
Yeah, I do like the port. Watered down really opened up some different aspects to it for me that I actually think I enjoy more than how it was bottled.
It's fun to do both.
Yeah. I'm not saying I dislike how it was bottled. I enjoy it. I would.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. But when you put a couple of milliliter drops in, and I'm like, hey, this is actually, this opens it up.
It's quite nice.
It's quite nice. Yeah.
Have you guys more whiskey? Have you guys ever heard of Hart Brothers and blending this lovely and malt and finishing it in some sherry or port casks? What are your favorite blended malts? Give us a comment below and give us a thumbs up. Also, while you're down there, don't forget to subscribe. Turn on your notifications so we can see you in our next video. Well, I don't know about you, but
I fancy both these whiskeys.
I fancy these blended whiskeys.
Double fist.
Cheers.